everything, everywhere, all the time. That seems to be the way of minor league sports, especially baseball. Baseball has had a long tradition of having teams in very small towns that are meant to be a conduit for talent to go further up. But other sports, it's kind of been less so. Hockey has always had a tradition of having smaller venues. And the reason I bring that up is that living in a suburb of Atlanta, I have had the Atlanta Gladiators that play in the ECHL here for a long time. But now there's going to be a team playing at the Classic Center in Athens, Georgia, and they're going to be playing in the Federal Developmental Hockey League. And they will be in a facility that was once slated to be the home of the Athens Cats, which now play in the American Arena League 2 in a suburb very close to mine of Atlanta. So they have been around for a while. There's a lot of teams that I think are meant mostly for athletes to get film and not intended to be a fan-friendly thing. That's not how they're driving. That's not their driving force, which to me means profit is not their driving force. And so that's why teams like you have the Dallas Falcons and the Dallas Hotshots that have made it to an extent, but they're not really they're there for the purpose of this. I think some of their athletes are paying to play, which we saw in the Spring League, which later morphed into the USFL, and of course that merged into the UFL. But the other thing that makes this team in Athens, kind of the Rock Monsters, a little bit interesting to me. One, it was named after a band. The B-52s, I guess, got their start in Athens, and one of their songs is called Rock Lobster. But also, Athens has two collegiate hockey teams now. They're clubs for men and women. And I had hoped to see a game last year. I didn't. I think they just had like a mini tournament. But next year there's going to be more games in this Classic Center, which could be enjoyable, could be fun. I'll definitely try to go. It's not that far from me. I think somebody's going to correct me here, but I think it's probably about an hour and a half out of Atlanta proper. And when I've gone through Athens, I haven't spent much time in Athens, but I've gone through Athens, and as I recall, it takes me about 45 minutes to an hour to get there. Anyway, the point behind all that is just that the Atlanta hockey scene could be changing soon too, because we have the Gladiators in Lawrenceville in Gwinnett County. It's about 6 miles away from me. I've had many fun nights out there at a reasonable price. But there's talk of the NHL coming back to Atlanta. I think it's getting stronger and stronger. That's going to be out in DeKalb, which is further away from me, and probably spells the end of the Gladiators, I guess. I don't know. I just don't know that there's enough hockey lovers in all of the suburbs of Atlanta to keep a minor league team going when an NHL team is here. Although I have to say, the Gwinnett Stripers, which is a baseball team that used to be the Gwinnett Braves, obviously a subsidiary to the Atlanta Braves. I went to some games last year, and as I recall, the most I ever paid was $20. And now to sit on the grass, so there's a picnic area, and to sit on the grass, it looks like two things. One, that's more expensive. The last time I looked, it was $39. But it also looks like they have sort of game-specific pricing, which when they had more popular teams coming, I guess the price just went up. Either way, the low-cost, high-quality sports product is a little bit harder to find now. So back to hockey, the ECHL is expanding. They've got the Tahoe Night Monsters, which is going to be partially owned by Tim Tebow, and they have another team that's going to be an expansion team for next year, the Bloomington Bison. I don't know how other people are affected by these minor league teams coming and going, but for me, part of the quality product that we're looking for is consistency. We know we're not going to get that with minor league indoor football, so these teams are going to come and they're going to go. We look at where the AFL is right now, and you think, oh my God, it is constantly going to be in trouble. Who knows? I mean, it does, like when it all came down with the AFL, I thought the whole thing was just going to crumble. Everybody was going to walk away, and it was going to be done. But now that Jeff Fisher is involved, or is the commissioner, I guess he was part of the ownership group in Nashville, that lends some security to it. We will see going forward. But basically today, I just wanted to kind of have a little bit of an overview of what hockey in Atlanta and the surrounding area is going to be like over the next few years. My prediction is that a new NHL franchise comes, which I think will be the fourth, and the Gladiators will go away. But maybe this team, these Rock Lobsters out in Athens, will be the kind of thing where you can have a $20 game, go out and enjoy the day, and then enjoy Athens, which is a nice college town, and then be home and everything will be good to go. Let me know what you think in the comments. Thanks again for everybody that's been participating in our community section. Thank you for all of the clicks. Every click helps. It is much appreciated, and have a great day.